evening, ladies. Thank you for joining us for our Origami Owl virtual Facebook jewelry bar. I'd like to thank you especially for taking the time to join us this evening. I am so glad that you are here. I think that you're going to have lots of fun and hopefully learn a little bit about Origami Owl and come up with a beautiful way to tell your story. If you haven't heard of Origami Owl before, I'm going to give you just a little bit of background on the company. Origami Owl was started in 2010 by a young girl named Bella. And Bella was 14 years old and had a dream, and I think just like most of us when we were 14, her dream was to get a brand new car. And her parents' response was simply that she needed to earn the money. So Bella started selling living lockets at a mall kiosk, and she did so well that the business has boomed, and here we are in 2013, and it is now a very successful direct sales organization, and I am here to bring the living lockets to you. So the purpose of the Origami Owl jewelry is really to tell your story. So tonight, as we take a look at some of this beautiful jewelry, I think you're going to absolutely love it. I want you to be thinking about the story that you would like to tell. What is your story? And keep in mind that the joy is really in the journey. So what is it about your life or your specific journey that you would like for the world to see? Because you're going to wear this as an outward expression around your neck. So I'm going to start by sharing with you a few of the lockets that I have put together. As I get ready to share the lockets with you, let me just say that the lockets and the chains are hypoallergenic, so no need to worry about issues with allergies in regards to the lockets and the chains. But if you do have a specific question, please, please, please make sure to message me, whether that's through a private message here on Facebook or send me a comment throughout the party, and I would be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Also, ladies, keep in mind, as we go through the party tonight, even though this is a Facebook party, I am so available to help you. So feel free to let me know if you have a question that you'd like to give me a call, and I would be more than happy to jump on the phone with you and help answer any of your questions tonight. So absolutely just want to make sure that the communication lines are open. All right, so let's take a look at some of these beautiful lockets. Origami Owl lockets come in 3 different sizes. So I'm going to start by taking a look at the 3 different sizes of the lockets. The first one is a mini locket, and we're just going to go down here and take a peek at the mini locket. So the mini locket is essentially the size of a dime. So if you think about that one, that's the size of a dime, and it will hold 2 to 3 charms comfortably in there. The next one is the medium locket, and the medium locket is about the size of a nickel. So this one's going to hold more like 3, 4, maybe even 5 charms in there. Oh, there we go. So that one's about the size of a nickel. This one you can see, actually, it looks like I've got 3 charms in there. This is my 4-year-old daughter's locket, and she chose to have, let's see if we can get it to show up there. The camera is not doing such a hot job for me, but she chose to have a heart, a dog paw, a baseball, and then kind of hidden here behind the dog paw, it got stuck under there. If I turn it over, maybe you can see she has her cross in there as well, representing her faith, which I think is just really special for a 4-year-old. Moving on, the next size locket is our large locket. And the large locket is going to hold more charms, and honestly, it just varies how many charms you can hold in the lockets. It depends on which charms you select. So if you have any questions about your specific charms that you're interested in, please don't hesitate to ask, and we can put them in a locket and let you see how they're going to look in there if I have them in the inventory. If not, I will get a hold of somebody who does, and we'll definitely get that put together for you. All right, so these are the lockets. As you can see, the lockets come in several different ways. Sitting here, I do have the mini silver locket with crystals, And while we're taking a look at that, let me just share with you, I have had several questions about the crystal locket. Some folks are back and forth whether they want the regular locket or the locket with crystals, and I always tell my customers, make sure if you are on the fence, definitely go with the locket with crystals, and let me show you why. So here's our locket with crystals, and if we were to flip it over, you can see the back side of that is the plain silver. So whether you wanted to dress your outfit up or dress it down just a bit with a more casual look, you've got both options there, the crystals and the plain metal. So keep that in mind if you're on the fence between crystals or no crystals tonight. Now, the same holds true again for the larger lockets as well. And this locket has a plate in it, so it appears that it's not clear or see-through, but actually, if I were to take the plate out and flip it around, you would see that you can turn this locket around as well. So tonight, as you're putting together your necklaces, you have lots of different options to keep in mind. Again, you're going to select your chain. You'll also select your locket if that's the direction you want to go. And then you'll decide whether you want to have back plates in them or what we call dangles added on. This is a key here that my daughter loves. So she wears that dangle around her necklace. We also have some tags as well that make a very nice look. So maybe you think that the locket really isn't your thing. Maybe it's just a little more than what you're looking for. We have the option for some tags, and I have a necklace that I've put together here with just tags, so you can get an idea of what that looks like. And again, the camera's not doing an excellent job for me here, but these tags are a heart, and then you can see this one says I can, and then the big tag says love. So you can kind of put those together in a nice combination to come up with a custom look that's just right for you. And again, you can combine the tags with the dangles, so perhaps you wanted to have add a pearl onto that. You could very easily clip this on and add a dangle to your look as well. And that's another really fantastic way that maybe there's 2 or 3 things that you're on the fence about. You could easily add dangles and take them away to create a whole different look. Okay, so we've covered tags, dangles, lockets, and chains. That leaves, last but not least, all of the charms. And the charms are just $5 a piece. You can see I've got a selection of them here. But what I recommend with the charms is start out with what's most important to you. So whether you want to tell the story that is, maybe you're a mom and you want to tell the story of your kids. We do have birthstone charms that you can put in to represent your kids, or maybe you would rather have the little boy, little girl charms, which I do have a few of those here that are birthstone charms. Let's see if we can get that one on there. Kind of hard to see again, and I apologize for the quality of the video here, but I think you get the idea. And you can start out with your mom charms, or your mom locket, what I call my mom locket anyways. And then perhaps you decide that you'd like to change it for the season. You can always add more charms later. So feel free to start with what is most important to you and then go back and add to your collection. So this is something that's very easy to switch the charms in and out. The lockets themselves do have a magnetic closure, so let me see if I can open one up here for you now so you can get the gist of how that works. The locket is fairly easy to open when I'm not holding the camera, of course. There we go. You can see that the locket opens just like that, and I can very easily take the charms out and switch them around. So if I didn't want to wear all 4 of these particular charms, I could very easily add new charms in there. And the same thing applies to your plates in the back as well. The plates can be taken in and out just as easily as the charms. So the look is very versatile. You can change it as often as every day if you like. In fact, I typically change mine about once a week just so we're keeping things fresh. All right, I am right at 9.5 minutes here, so I am going to cut this off at this point, just in the interest of time. I thank you so much for listening, and I am excited to answer your questions about Origami Owl and help you design your custom look that tells your very, very special story. Thank you so much.